is that she gives in to, what was it, the anger? And, like, she starts going in on him for real.
Yeah, it's no longer pretend.
Yeah, like, she was waiting to take this out on somebody, and so she, like, seizes her moment. It doesn't last long, because in a few minutes, she goes back the other way and is like, oh, I feel so bad. But for a split second, she's like, yeah, I hope this hurts. Like, just a little bit.
Just enough to make it a fucking problem.
Yeah.
I mean, from Richard's point of view, he's being told to put this collar on, which he doesn't want to do, but the one person that he's been confiding in and telling all of these fears to, like, hey, this is why, and this is why, and now she's had a personal interview with his abuser. Kahlan, better than anybody, knows why he doesn't want to put it on. And I don't know at what point was the actual crossover, because the words all were pretty hurtful. And I don't know why she would be kind of taking that out on Richard, other than, do it, you idiot, so you can live.
Yeah, I don't think she was enjoying it like she wanted him to hurt, but I do think that she doesn't get to, like, exact revenge for how she feels a lot of times. So she was, like, taking advantage of that. Not because he was Richard, just, like, in general, I'm angry, so I'm gonna, like, take advantage of my opportunity right now to take that anger out on somebody.
Literally blowing off steam.
Yeah, like, literally doing that. She calls him a liar, she jerks his head around, and Richard is, like, pleading with her that he loves her, and it's super fucking sad.
Yeah.
Come on, I love you. You know I do. Like, why are you doing this to me right now? We were on the same fucking page, like, 2 seconds ago.
Right.
Kahlan wants to comfort him, but she knows this is for his own good. He calls her Denna and asks her not to hit him again, and then falls fully into the madness. Kahlan seals the deal by calling him my pet. And that's it. I think for sure once he said Denna, once he called her Denna, he was, like, gone.
Oh, yeah, he slipped hard. He wasn't in this world anymore. He was somewhere else. I am curious if that is... Okay, how do I want to put this? Richard took a little sliver of himself and locked it away. Denna did not have access to that, right? That is the Richard that's here now. So most of the Richard getting yelled at right now is Mad Richard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a little piece of him that's really still pure and unaffected. If he did it magically, I'd assume it's unaffected.
See, that's what it seems like, but Denna also was referring to it as just a little piece of him that was mad.
That would imply that he's better then. There's just that little piece of damage.
I think that depends on if you think it matters how big the piece of your brain is damaged if you have a damaged brain. Like, doesn't matter if half his brain was damaged as opposed to a quarter of it. A quarter is damaged. That still needs to be addressed.
Yeah, that's true.
And if it's completely fucking annihilated as opposed to just a little bit mushed, that's also a factor.
That's what I was going to say. Severity matters in that instance. Like, you can have blunt force trauma from, like, smacking your head if you fall down on the ground. But you can also have acute, I think it's called acute force trauma, like a bullet wound, essentially. So one of them has a mild bruise and the other one is just ripped up all the way through. And I think even a small piece of the brain, if damaged that badly, and it was done by Mord Sith, so I think it's safe to assume it was that badly. They literally did the ear thing. The ear thing.
Yeah, the ear thing.
Stuff was broken in there.
Well, yeah, and I think that's the thing. Whatever piece was left out was completely brought to nothing. And so he may have only left a small piece of him out, but I don't think that means he's not completely fucked right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's in a really rough way.
Well, Kahlan doesn't help, and the way she treats him and talks to him is like the final betrayal. Her calling him my pet was just that was it. He's done. He tells Verna he accepts the collar, he puts it around his neck, and he tells Kahlan he would do anything for her. Like, still, after all of this, he's still like, I did it because I fucking love you.
Yeah, it was really sad that he, like, clicked the collar and then looked over at her and was like, I would do anything for you. In fact, I just fucking did.
Yeah.
So, that's the thing.
The thing I said I would never do. Yep, it's around my neck, and I can't get it back off, because there's no seam. So, love you, babe.
Yeah, it's the ultimate betrayal.
He looks at Verna, and he tells her holding the leash is worse than wearing the collar. And she's going to have to prove to him that she wants to help. He's not going to take that on faith. He's going to be a pain in the ass.
I am going to be what you call a problematic prisoner.
Yeah. You're used to dealing with petulant children. How about petulant adults?
Yeah. I got a real bad attitude.
Do you see what just happened to me and my fiance? Not fiance anymore? I don't know what we call her. That's not great, and that's your fault. So I'm going to be in a super good mood for the next little while. Kahlan finally asks what the third reason is, and it's to give him pain. You know, the exact thing he was afraid of putting the collar on for.
Right. The exact thing that the Mordsith did to him.
Mm-hmm. He tells Kahlan he hopes that he proved his love now. And she tells him she loves him, and he pushes her away, and he's like, if that's true, you better fucking go get Zed and tell him what you did.
Yeah. Which I think does a couple of things for Richard. I think, for one, he's assuming Zed will know what to do. If these people are dangerous and I'm in an unsafe situation, Zed will know that I need to be saved, and hopefully he'll come save me. If everything is fine, then, hey, at least Zed knows where I am, and maybe you two just go ahead with the plan as, you know, necessary.
If she does it, then it proves, I mean, at least a little bit, that she loves him. She's doing what he wants.
Right.
Verna tells Richard he needs to grab his shit and go outside. Kahlan chops off some of her hair, almost passing out on his way out, and hands it to him so he has some to remember her by, just like the Rachel thing from the last book.
Yeah, but this is different, man. Okay. At this point, Richard is upset. He's not happy with Kahlan. He's not talking to her. And he's being the way you would be when you're extremely angry and upset and disappointed with somebody. He's being far away. And so I guess if I was Richard, I don't think I'd really want the hair. Like, dude, you just sold me up the river. I'm good. Keep your memento to make you feel better.
I don't know. Everything is always extreme, and it's a lot.
I just feel like there was a missed opportunity for some words that could have made this whole thing better.
Yeah.
Like, the second he had the collar on, she could have told him, look, I love you. I'm sorry it had to come down to this. You'll understand very soon. I apologize and I love you. Please don't hate me.
Yeah. Or, like, telling him the truth from the beginning, and he may not have agreed, he may not have put it on, it may have been a terrible thing. May not have turned out the way you wanted, but, like, being honest, you have a better chance of him not, like, hating you forever.
Right. I mean, at least he would know where you're coming from then.
Verna tells Kahlan that she will help him see that Kahlan didn't betray him, and that sometimes you have to hurt people to save them, but she would make sure it was only what was needed, no more. Like, she's not going to let people excessively go after him.
Which, I mean, sounds better, but she also says that
Kahlan asks how long the sisters will have him, and Verna says it depends on how fast he learns. There's no telling. She says goodbye, don't follow us or he will die, I'm not going to give you a reason, and you're not going to ask any fucking questions. So, great.
There's more shit like that. Don't follow us, otherwise he's going to die. But no extra information.
Why? Literally. Like, there's no fucking way that I'm not going to follow you or go visit you or send you a letter or something without you giving me a goddamn good reason why I can't.
Right. And in a conversation like this, everything is very tense. They're literally getting ready to go right now. You would ask something like that.
Yeah. You don't know where they're going?
If it was me, my mouth would be going a mile a minute. Because I would want to say things, I would be feeling things, I would want to know things. It would be a fucking mess. But literally anything that came to mind would come out of my mouth for sure.
Yeah, I know shit was already in motion when she walked in the room, but it was weird that she walked in, she, put her, not tits, balls. No.
Lady
tits.
balls.
Yeah, I don't know. She puts her stuff on the table and is like, Richard, you're going with them. I'm going to traumatize you to make you go with them. And then afterwards is like, oh shit, what about all the details? Oh, you're not going to fill me in? Cool, bye. Don't like it. It was a bad plan. I know she was like not planning on it going this way, but she should have like had a plan C or D, you know? Oh, not plan B, because your plan A is like shit going right. Plan B is like this.
Starts veering a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was yesterday that she had that otherworldly talk with Denna, so she has had maybe a little bit of time to think it through, but then again, until just a minute ago, the plan was still to leave on Scarlet. Richard was going to call her. It was on. They were just a little bit too late.
Again, grab the dude's necklace, Kahlan.
All I mean is, she wasn't really considering what she was going to do if she had to do that, because it was still the plan to do something else that wouldn't have required that. And then at the very last minute, Verna's here, Richard's talking to her, and she has to make the choice.
Okay. So what you're telling me, where Kahlan has fallen into a trap here, is not planning for the worst.
Right. She was hoping for the best.
Right. And that's it. Like, that's as far as it went.
Yeah, half a plan.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it makes you feel better, you know? You don't want to have a plan for when the dog eventually dies, but I know, but fuck does it help? You don't want to face something like that unprepared. And Kahlan, it's kind of the same thing. Like, Richard, his mind is cracking, and Kahlan's doing it to him. She had to have known that he was going to react in a way. Might not know exactly what way, but Richard is Richard. Even if he is a little broken, he's still Richard.
No, it's real fucked up for her to do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there definitely was another option that she didn't even try to take. I don't know that I would have gone exactly right to smashing your trauma in your face as opposed to trying to talk to you about it, because, I don't know, longer lasting effects, even if you don't die right now, it's going to be a bigger deal than what you think.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be permanent, right?
I mean,
brain damage is permanent.
I would think so. And maybe there's really good therapy with the sisters. I don't know. Kahlan threatens Verna and all the sisters if any of this is a lie. She's being very aggressive about this. And Richard and Verna get on their horses and they take off without looking back.
So sad. Because you kept thinking that Richard was going to turn around and like there'd be some eye contact of some kind. Anything. Literally anything. Nothing.
No, you did like the one thing.
Well, and it goes unsaid too. It doesn't say that anybody is like waiting for the other to turn around. They just don't. And it's unspoken because every single person reading that book at the same time went, oh, is he going to turn around and look? Because that's the thought that it invokes in you. And then, you know, he does not. He's actually pissed.
Yeah. And you don't know when you're going to see him again. So that sucks for you. The elders surround Kahlan and she tells them that she has to go to Aidendrill. She wants men with her, but she doesn't want Sav. She only wants 3 men. She chooses Chan, Toph, and Prin. I hope you remember their nicknames, because that's all you're getting from now on.
Shorthand.
She tells Chan that the reason for this is that Richard would have chosen him if he was here and he had to. He's going to fight harder than anybody else, and if he fails, everybody's going to think it's because he hates her, and he's not going to be welcome back, so your life's going to be pretty fucked. You better save me.
That's a hell of a way to, like, acknowledge his game. Hey, you're the best. I know you don't like me, so that might be hard to hear. Or you might fucking love to hear it, but it's true. You're the best this village has to offer, but if you fail, I will make your life a living hell.
Yeah, well, it would piss me off, that's for sure. Especially when the Birdman sides with her and forces him to go with. And when he's like, okay, fine. Fucking do it. But you're gonna call the spirits to protect me. That's all I ask. And Kahlan's like, actually, nah, I'm gonna go grab my stuff. You're gonna be ready.